TAMSEN, T-A-M-S-E-N.
So anytime.
Well, let's talk about it. Let's get started where we were. That you do 8 shows a week. That's what you're doing. Versus your other life.
Oh, no, no,
Very
no.
different.
No, in opera, it would never be this way. You couldn't pay a soprano $1 million or a tenor $1 million to do 8 performances a week. And then in previews, which we're in previews now, we work all day. We're allowed, equity allows you to work all day to change, do things for the performances with the paying audience at night. So it's a lot of work, but I love it. This is something great, new for me, and it's my debut on Broadway. And it's been fun. The people are it's a different life than opera, completely.
How is that? How is Broadway different?
Well, first of all, opera singers pamper themselves. If there's a draft, if there's this and that, not gonna, but the Broadway people are not at all like that. They don't think that way. They've got these shoestring, they're on stage in a very, very air-conditioned
No pampering.
theater. No pampering, and they work very, very hard. And they're very supportive, and they're not competitive. They help each other. I just have had a wonderful, wonderful time. I feel very grateful for this change in my life.
I'm sure they feel very blessed to have you as well.
Thank you.
You've 60 years plus. You've survived what could be a brutal business, which is you know what Follies is about. How do you think you've done that?
Oh, hard work. Just sticking there are times that was disappointing, and I wasn't going to get this, or audition for this and audition for that and audition. And also, I think a lot of luck, being at the right place at the right time, but being prepared. I mean, if you're not prepared, then it goes out the window. So I've worked very hard, but I have to tell you, I've enjoyed every second of it. The opera life is a beautiful life, and the music is beautiful. It is so soulful. And I think Follies is very similar. Sondheim music is so soulful, and this story is sad and beautiful and funny. I wish he would write a full-length opera, but I don't think he wants to. I don't know. It's great music.
How have you kept your voice in shape over all these years? I mean, that can't be easy. A lot of opera singers don't have the length of career that you've had.
No, it isn't easy, and the older you get, the more difficult, the more responsibility. But I keep it oiled. I really work on my voice, even if I have no work, no engagement. I keep it going because you have to. It just, even because of the Hurricane Irene, where 3 days we didn't have shows, and I felt a down feeling, and so at home I worked my voice out. It's especially operatic, classical voices. You have to keep it going. And
so what does that mean? That means
vocalize, take care. Just sing. Keep it oiled.
We'd love to hear you do that. Top line American opera singers, nothing unusual these days. But when you got into all of this, when you got into it, did you face discrimination?
No, never.
Never?
Never. No, there's no reason. First of all, I'm American born. I've been with colleagues who have been discriminated against, black colleagues. In fact, when I started my career in Boston, I was Maddalena in Rigoletto, and the Gilda was black. And she couldn't go into this hotel, so we both went to another hotel. And in fact, Leontine Price, who was the Aida on tour, when we went down south, they had a big party for the opening night gala in the country club. And the only person who was not invited was Leontine. And Mr. Bing, who was our boss, came up and said, you can go to the party, whoever wants to go, but I want to tell you this and this and that none of us went.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Good for you. I heard you talking to Sam about it. You perform with some of the greatest conductors of our time. Your most favorite?
Well, I love Jimmy Levine. I think he's a singer's conductor. He knows when you are not feeling well, when you need to take a breath. I had Bruno Walter, Schulte, Fritz Reiner. I have been truly blessed because and Dimitri Metropolis, who conducted the Vanessa, which Erica was written, the premiere, and it's rare that you have the composer, except I have Sondheim here, composer living, and Metropolis conducted that, and that changed my whole life, my career changed completely from the Erica in Vanessa.
And when was that?
That was like 58.
Is that what you were talking about in
58,
Philadelphia?
1958.
Oh, wow. How did it change?
Well, I was doing small roles, and this was the lead, and it proved that it went well. It was a big success, and so I couldn't go back to the small roles. They didn't do that, you know.
Of course not.
Yeah.
Let me ask you something in a personal.
Can I just ask that question again? How did Vanessa change her life, and then let her answer it in a block?
Okay. All right. How did Vanessa change your life?
Well, before Vanessa, I was doing small roles, and this was the lead, Erica, and after I did it, and it was so successful, I did not go back to the small roles. But I have to tell you something about Vanessa, which a lot of people may know. I received the score from Samuel Barber, who was the composer. And in the score, Erica, my role, was the only one that did not have an aria. Everyone else had an aria. So I went to Mr. Bing, and I said, Mr. Bing, I'm so honored to be in this opera, but I'm the only one who doesn't have an aria. He said, one moment, Rosalind. He picked up the phone, and he called, and he says, Sam Barber, I have Rosalind Elias here. She wants to talk to you.
Oh, no.
That's what I did. I said, oh no, please. He said, here. So I said, Mr. Barber, I'm so honored to be
You're
singing.
such a lady.
I'm so honored to be singing Erica. But I'm the only one who doesn't have an aria. So that's when he wrote, Must the Winter Come So Soon, which is a most beautiful, and all the mezzos today, when I go judging for contests, they all sing Must the Winter Come So Soon.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's
What does that feel like to hear that?
Oh, I feel great.